Hello everybody and welcome to Blood Bowl Chaos Edition for the first 15. As you can see, this is, I guess, the special... I don't know how I get rid of this, but... as you can see, this is, I think, the Chaos team that you get access with Chaos Edition. It's a little bit more expensive and it only gives you a couple of teams. I've heard ups and downs about it. You know, some people just say the regular edition is fine, so whatever works. But we're doing the first 15. So again, we're just going to do the tutorial since if I've never played this before, I'll check it out. Most games I will skip the tutorial, just dive right in. But for this purpose, you know, we've never played it, we want to learn it, let's see how they teach us the game. So if there's any story to it, we're not going to start it, but as soon as the action begins, that's when we go. Looks like we are human against orcs, I believe. The gouged eye against the Reichland Reavers. I'm assuming that's human. I'm assuming that's orc. There are tons of teams. You make your team, and you play the battle. Now, it shows I'm getting, like, negative frames per second almost. So I have no idea if this is going to come through. We shall see. Hopefully it does. And now my frames are back as soon as we get to the actual rendered game. So, click on the red arrow to start tutorial. I am clicking on the red arrow. Hello. Okay, this is... What? There we go. Okay. There we go. That was interesting. Alright, click on the red arrow to start the tutorial. I turned off the voices, and the music stopped. I did not turn off the music. That is discerning. But normally these guys would be speaking. It's, I think, like 2 goblins talking there. To me, personally, very annoying. So, it's, I guess, that guy and the other dude. Good evening, we're in for a great game. Looks kind of undead. Alright, we can move in with the arrow keys. Oh good. And it stuck me in that position. Alright, switch between different camera views with the C key. As you can see, we can view it from all angles. Fantastic. I don't really care. I mean, it's not that I don't care what these guys have to say, but let's see what the game is. So, display the tackle zones with G. As you can see, the yellow is the tackle zones. Fantastic. This is a bit more of a... I've never done the tutorial before. I just jumped right in. Kick the ball by placing it on the... Okay. So, apparently, I am the orc. And again, this game is completely done with dice rolls. If you could hear that little jingle jangle sound, that was a dice roll. So as you can see, the Reavers rolled a 3 with 0 fame, but they have 3 cheerleaders. The gouged eye rolled a 1, but they have 1 fame and 3 cheerleaders. So the 6 beats the 5. So they get an extra team reroll, which is very useful, although it's not showing. These should be... Oh no, there it is, the reroll count. So there we go. Boom. Probably should have just jumped into a game. I'm a little upset by that. But, okay. And then we click him to move there. Will he pick it up? Picking up it... Oh, I can't show the stats. Picking up is a roll as well. You have to get a 4 or higher, I believe, or a 5 or higher, depending on... well, depending on your roll. I mean, it could be a 3 or higher, it could be a 4 or higher. It wants us to move here, so we'll move here. Getting him some protection, I suppose. He can throw a short pass. So, see, right next to the mouse, see how it says a 4+? That means you have to roll a 4+ to throw it, and then a 4+ to catch it. As you can see, this is a +1 throwing zone, a 0 throwing zone, and a -1 throwing zone. People do get special things like pass. He has pass, which allows him to re-roll a d6 if he throws an inaccurate pass. And things of that nature. Sure Hands allows him to re-roll a pickup, so he is actually great for picking up. And which one? Short to Griff. Who's Griff? Are you Griff? No, you're Griff. So we'll throw to you. Tutorial, throw to him. Tutorial, throw to him. Ow. Click next. Oh my god. Look at that. Perfect pass. Now that gets him technically an experience point in this game. You earn experience by throwing the ball as well as basically killing the opposition. Okay, it's saying he rolled this, blah blah blah. Okay, so now what it wants us to do is, because he hasn't moved yet, double click on Rip. Oh, this dude. Wait, what? Then choose Defender Down. What? Oh, we're going for him. There we go. So the rolls. Now we can roll using, when we attack, his strength is higher than his strength, so we get 2 attack rolls. If they're even, we get 1. If they're double, so if his strength was, say, 2, we would get 3. And then there's also, if his is higher than us, the defender gets 2 rolls to choose from that happens to us. So they would want, like, attacker down. So defender down is we knock them on the ground, and we'll move him there. So again, that's where we want it. And yes, we want to follow him. So again, we knocked him out. Look at that. Boom. So he's knocked out. He is out for this until a thing is scored. He will be able to possibly get back in, but he could be out for the rest of the game. Again, this is all done with dice rolls. So once this guy, blah, 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 what does he want him to do? Okay, and as you can see, we can just move right to here. But that's going to move us through a dodging... hit. This guy is basically... No, this guy's threat zone. So that means he gets a chance to tackle us as we run. If at any time any of our guys gets knocked down, it will basically end the turn. So it is rough. I mean, if again, he has dodge, which allows him to re-roll a dodge roll. So that is very good. So... Again, regular point movement. So there's no real safe way to do this. This is, you know, risky, so to speak. But again, he has dodge as well, and then we can just hand it off to him. Although I don't know why. Well, I guess he has block. I don't know. He's catching dodge. This guy has block. Tutorials. It's technically a bad decision on their part, but. This is a blitz. It allows you to attack and move on the same round. And as you saw, there were 2 dice in the picture, so we get 2. Our guy has block, which means if it's both down, which this is, boom. Only he goes down, because he blocked it. That's why it came up right there. Double click on the... Oh. And after an attack, because he blitzed, he was able to move again. Fantastic. So, this guy... See, he is... caught up here. He would get 1 attack die, as you see the 1 there, but he's going to dodge out. Now, it shows him going that way. I don't know why it's not just bink bonk, but again, tutorial. So do we want to reroll? Yeah, because it requires a 4. Yeah, he has dodge. But he failed. I was wrong. It was the wrong guy that was moving. So now it is... Oh, they just played the... You would normally see every move that the... Oh, we are seeing it now. It's just a different camera angle. Holy shit, it killed our guy. So he is actually dead. What this means is he cannot... Like, he's dead. If he is on your team, you have to get a new member of your team. He is dead. But you can get apothecaries or, I think, medics or something like that. There's 2 things you can get. And they can... change it to, say, badly hurt. But you can also still select dead if that's better, which is not in this case. So, luckily, he is not dead. But, yeah, that sucked. That is a game-defining moment. So he has sure hands, which helps him pick it up, because, again, everything is a dice roll. Attempt an interception, so he's passing over here, I suppose, so we're going to attempt with him. Boom! And he got 2 SPP, which is star player points. Again, that's how you level up. The first level is 6, and then it's about 15, and so on and so forth. Click on our player. Now he's going to go for it. Every time you go exceedingly further past your point, you have to roll a 1 or a 2 or greater. So it's not a hard roll, but you can fail it. And look at that. We've scored our touchdown that the tutorial allows us to score. Some people play this game for a number of games and never score a single touchdown. But, you know, we made it look easy. And again, once you get the hang of the game, even though technically everything is luck-based and roll-based, the strategy involved will allow you to win sometimes. As you can see, the knocked out player, he technically gets a roll here to get back up, but I guess it rolled for him and he did not get back up, so sucks for them. They're still down a player. So are we, I believe, so what ups? Alright, and that was the tutorial. Alright, thank God. So I'll just show you the teams real quick. We'll go single player, we'll do bit again campaign, I suppose. Classic mode, I guess. Enter campaign name here. The first 15. Fantastic. We'll play on medium. Turn-based mode, I believe, is only one you can do. And again, we can take a look at the teams. We have Amazons. You know, you can change the color. You know, it can be yellow Amazons or purple Amazons. Look at that. They are mean-looking ladies. Did not mean to go there, but... So, we can do the Chaos, which again is the this is the team that you get with the Chaos Edition. I know there's a couple others, like I think the Chaos Dwarves here. I don't understand, because to me these are goblins. But I think there's other, like this is a hobgoblin and there's dwarves on the team. The Dark Elf, look at that. That was definitely a Dark Elf, I suppose. Dwarves. I mean, that is an epic helmet. Epic. I mean, he wins just for that. I mean, elves are geared to the teeth, you know, and so on and so forth. Goblins, and again, it tells you a bit of the history, but the real key is what teams can do. So hobgoblins or halflings, halflings are actually pretty bad. Goblins are bad, but they get bombs and stuff, hidden weapons that can get them thrown out of the game, but they're kind of fun to use, you know. High elves, they're all prissy and high, you know. Humans, Khemri, I think, are undead. Yes, these are like undead people. So on and so forth. The demons, I believe, are part of the Chaos Edition as well. You know, and so on and so forth. Lizards, werewolves and things, Norse guys. Nurgle are completely undead. They actually get a move called Undead Rot, or Nurgle Rot, which allows them to, when they kill a player, with Nurgle, with the player that has Nurgle's Rot, that player will actually die and then join their team as an undead player, I believe. And so on and so forth. Ogres, orcs, rat people, undead, official undead, just skeletons, I believe. Underworld, which I've never actually played the Underworld, but he doesn't look too happy. Vampires and wood elves. Now I'll show you something, say, from the halflings. Actually, no, I want to show you the ogres. So the ogres, these are really big, strong guys. So, enter a team name. Just call him Mr. Man, something quick. We get to pick a match, so we'll probably take part in this competition. Yep, take part in that competition. We have no players. Do we want to buy any? Yeah, we want to buy players. So ogres only get 2 different kinds of units. They get ogres, which have a big movement speed, strength, low agility, high armor. But again, they get these bonuses or not bonuses. So Bonehead, because he is not noted for intelligence, you must roll a d6 after declaring an action. If you roll a 1, he doesn't do anything. So basically, you have a 1 in 6 chance not to do anything with these guys. Kind of a detriment. Now, Snotlings, they have an armor value of 5. When you attack someone, it's your strength plus a roll against their armor value and maybe agility, something else, I think. And that's to injure them. So their injury count is very high. But they do have dodge, and they're stunty, which allows them to avoid some tackles and things like that. So it's tough guys, and these obviously aren't ogres. But things like that. Let's see if we can just change teams real quick. Quit without saving. Yes, yes, yes. We will... Alright, let's just do an exhibition match. I don't care. Classic. I just want to show you another type of roster. Choose a team. So here we go. We can see some things like this. Like, okay, this is an orc team. They get black orcs, which... These are different levels. As you can see, there's different movement values. Or different levels here. They have, like, a different strength. So you can level up different things. He also has Frenzy. But you can see Blitzers. These guys all have Block, which is incredible skill. There's also Goblins, Linemen, Throwers, Trolls, and Black Orcs. So this team actually has a wide array of units that it can take. And we can view them in 3D real quick. Let's see what they look like. So as you can see, there's your Troll. Your Black Orcs are these big guys, I believe. You know, things like that. I don't know which ones are the Blitzers. Maybe these guys with the less armor. These guys with the more of the Black Orcs. Something like that. So... It definitely... Okay, so we can change. So we can say, let's take a look at the Undead. Again, mummies, wights, ghouls, and zombies. You know, again, different units. It's not just two like the ogres. So, and they all have different attributes. The mummies are the hardest hitters, but they don't move as much. You know, the zombies are obviously the weakest. So, it's about building your team, getting a strategy. You know, when you level up, maybe you get guard on one character, but pass on another. Or you go for a mighty blow to deal more damage, to get more killing blows or injuries. So there's a lot of stuff that goes into this game. We didn't really get into the meat of it, but the tutorial showed us the basic gameplay, so we know what to expect at least. So, for me personally, there is a good amount of strategy involved, and it can be a little slow, but, you know, it's almost like a chess game. So, oh, and that is our 15-minute timer. So, for me, I enjoy this game. This game is not for everybody, though. It can be a little slow at times. Games can take upwards to an hour if you know, you're just taking your time. So, but again, a game can be over in 20 minutes or 15 minutes if you're really hammering stuff home. Or depending on the mode you play, and you don't allow the computer... Like, I think you can make it so the computer almost skips its turns and it just does it almost automatically. But again, graphically, the models are nice. You know, the landscapes are alright. I mean, we saw the first map, so. But it definitely adds a new type of challenge. Will you play a team that's based on killing the opponents and then scoring, or will you play a team that's based on being agile and going just to get around the other team? It all has pros and cons, and again. The weakest character in the game can technically kill one of your guys if you just get a bad roll. So you have to be able to say, I'm dominating, there's no way I can lose this, and one of your characters dies. You know, it happens. It's complete rolls. So, for me, I can handle that. Definitely not for most, though. So again, apparently there's no real back... So escape. So again, this is Blood Bowl Chaos Edition. I think it's a pretty good game, but definitely not for everybody. So thank you all for watching, and I will catch you next time. Bye.